Oh.
Okay, let's just recording there. And then I can go in. Alright. What day is today in this game? I don't know. I'll figure it out once I get in there, I guess. Oh, God, what a long day.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I hope I don't have another weird crash like we did last time, where the boat just kind of sailed off without us and we got locked out. That was
Oh.
strange.
Yeah, actually, that's the thing too, right? Yeah, with the no map, I'm like, I know you're in one section, but I'm who knows where. I'll just kind of sort myself out.
Yeah,
You
it's
can do
all
your
good.
thing.
It's all good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm in the world. Feel free
Oh,
to.
you're in the world already?
I joined the world, and just
Where's your friend? Select
chill.
server. Why don't I see you? Oh, wait, 1 second. I know what I'm doing wrong.
Oh wait,
My
actually, I might be
VPN.
doing it wrong. Hold on. I did not start a
I
server.
remember last time my VPN kind of messed things up a bit for us.
Yes, but also I didn't start a server, so
Oh,
yeah. So start server.
let's try to
Yes,
get friends.
not a community server. Uh, the password will just be wildly.
All lowercase?
Yes. I'm starting it now.
Okay.
I'm okay to say it over voice because this is not live.
Good stuff.
At
Oh,
the
my
time
secrets. My
anyone
credit card number
gathers.
is.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I said all those secrets. My credit card number is while we're here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. When I'm dead, they can have all of it. Alright. Now I'm in,
All
I
right.
think. Okay.
I am putting in the password.
Basically, I'm just collecting rock. That's
Yeah, I saw that.
pretty much where I'm at. I would like to
You
go
have
pretty up the
elevated
base.
ambitions.
Uh,
Just say you need to elevate yourself.
yeah, it says you arrived,
Yep, there I am.
but I don't know where you are because I don't have a map.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm where I was left off, which was, again, I'm by a swamp and by a crypt. And yeah, it's been a while. So
By a swamp and by a crypt.
I think we did make roads here. So I think, or was I looking? I think I was looking for circling cores, but you're well beyond that. Oh wait, no. Was I? Well, let's see if this crypt is new. I gotta dig this crypt. So yeah. All right. So I know that we're not live, but you are recording now.
Oh yes, I'm recording, by the way. Yes, everyone. Ben. And by everyone, I mean whenever 4 or 5 people decide to be like, what's up?
Oh, I'll
But
watch it
yes,
again.
Ben. And yeah, you're... Well, alright, I will come to you... Well, I don't know if I'm going to be coming to you, but I'm going to make my
No,
way to
you
you.
you've got a thing you were doing.
Well, do you know the way back? Because I don't think Swamp is attached.
No, well, we'll see. I think I'm right now just poking around this
You're near
crypt
that
since you.
tower, right?
Oh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, because we put a bed in that tower, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
That's about where you are. I'm coming to get you. And then we can retrieve
Skeleton.
rock.
Oh, it's convenient when they like lash out at you in the crypts and they just hit the wall.
Convenient?
Well, when they hit the
Oh,
wall, the
oh.
skeletons. Bad hit. All right, yeah, getting some
There
cores.
we go. Oh, you're getting the
Cores.
cores. Oh, good. I wonder which crypt you found. Kind of wondering where I dropped you off last.
It is the kind of game where just like, oh, you have adventure.
See, I
Back.
really should be putting up signs on my little forts, like
Yeah.
swamp fort.
Well, one of the things I was thinking watching you was, once you get the ancient wood, you can build the big bonfires, and they might be a lot easier to see as beacons.
Yeah, but like I mean like locations, so we
Mhm.
can share
Yeah.
location names, and
Yeah.
like I know where you are. Navigating's not too bad. I find so far until I get to like Mistlands shenanigans, and then I'm probably gonna just confused all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I keep on looking for like when they're gonna get Ashlands, and it keeps on being like sometime early 2024.
you know what
Oh,
else would have helped? Had I actually brought my mic up here.
oh, there we go. That's much clearer.
I would imagine that is a lot better. Probably a lot better for the recording too, or more annoying depending on.
You just crank up the volume, and then all of a sudden you're
I'll
yelling
turn
at
up the
your
game
ear.
volume. I'm gonna turn the game volume up a bit.
There we go. Alrighty, I'm at the crypt. I managed to get the bow. I have like 10 whole cores on me.
10 whole cores.
It's half cores. Now
Let's.
I just need to find a path.
You might not need to find a path. I feel like you must be. Where must ye be?
The wilds feel the wilds certainly feel wilder in this version of the game. That kind of primeval, ooh, the woods. I am not necessarily safe here. Kind of
No.
energy.
Oh, the trolls. They keep.
Like, there's another tower.
Well, the last time I was not the last time I was raided by trolls, but one of the times recently I was raided by trolls. One of them like
Oop.
jumped the ditch on top of me, and like I was out of
Oh
stamina
dear.
trying to run away and not near death. I was like, Jesus.
Oh. Okay, I am not. Speaking of trolls. Okay. So there's a number of trolls blocking off me going that way. I really don't want to die here just because, like, I have no idea where here is.
I got a feeling I know where here is. Especially if you're near swamp, because I can't imagine I have taken you anywhere else that would have swamp. So
Oh, I thought there was, because I remember there were some paths between some of these sections. I'm not
um
seeing. So,
I don't know.
so oh, there's a troll cave, but surprisingly, that's the one area that doesn't have trolls in it right now. So,
A troll cave. Now I don't know where a troll cave would be.
oh, and there's a mountain biome that I don't know what to do those two.
Mountain.
Yep.
Okay, now I'm just confused.
Oh,
Oh, no, never mind. I know where you are. Okay. I know
oh, and another
exactly
crypt.
where you are.
All these skeletons causing me grief.
You hang tight in those woods. I know.
Yeah,
I know what's up now.
I shouldn't explore too far because it seems like I'm surrounded by like on almost every side by swamp, and the
Yep.
section that doesn't have swamp is mountain.
Yep, I know where you are. So as long as you stay in the Black Forest, I can find you. If you can go find that crypt,
Oh, the crypt I started at.
probably, yeah.
All right,
It was one that was raised above the ground, right?
correct.
Yeah, I know where you are.
These
Okay.
futurism steps. Oh, looks like there's another crypt here. The skeletons are giving me.
It's kind of
Yeah.
concerning how good my memory is in this game, and then in real life, I don't have one.
I don't. I don't know. I mean, you have a good spatial sense, right? Like your sense of space is a lot better than
Yeah,
mine. Like
yeah.
you do all that driving around and meandering and exploring and poking around. And I'm just like, spin me around 3 times and send me in the wilds, and I'll never come back.
Yeah, maybe, but I find I'm better at games than I am at living. It's kind of hilarious. Alright, there, we
Well,
got some wind. We got some
the thing
wind.
is, all the games are kind of structured in such a way that they want you to succeed. Life is a little bit more
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah,
It'd be nice.
volatile is a... Yeah. So one thing about nature is it truly doesn't care.
Oh wow, my jump is only
I
9.
don't have a whole heck of a lot of wind, but I am coming.
Oop. There we go. Now I'm on top of the crypt. I might feel a little bit more secure in my perch.
Well, as long as nothing with a log comes at you.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. I
Hmm.
was thinking of Valheim a bit. I have a whole bunch of like books and textbooks that just constantly go through my social media feeds. And apparently there's a classic in kind of like Norse myths that was just re-released in a second edition. From
Oh.
Asgard to Valhalla: The Remarkable History of the Norse Myths by Heather O'Donoghue. From
Hmm.
Bloomsbury Press, just this year, 2024. The paperback is only like, well, 20, that's pounds, but still. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, there's swamp. That's too far. So I'm turning this way, I think.
Got a bit of an obsession being like, oh, I need to make, I'm being seen in public. I need to make this a learning, a teachable
There
moment.
is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to navigate at the same time that I'm listening.
Well, that's fair.
I do
You
wish
seem,
there was more, literally anything else in school. I remember when in school there was always the Greeks, always Greek,
yeah, yeah,
always,
yeah, yeah.
and there wasn't like a lot of anything else. There was no, there was nothing like Wiccan. There was nothing Norse. There
Yeah,
was nothing.
yeah. Oh, I mean, those, oh, what was his name? He always used to do the crossword puzzles, that like History 10 teacher. Like,
Boyd.
maybe.
Uh,
Yeah, because I remember we did at least ancient Egypt in that one too, because I like memorized, like
oh yeah, they like
all the
they
the herbs and spices that go into
cover.
making a mummy.
Yeah, but they like they cover Egypt and stuff like that, but they don't like it's not to the extent that like well, everyone comes out of like high school like Zeus and like
Yeah,
ugh, but like
yeah,
well it's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
a it's not a good
Well,
person to learn about anyway. There's much more interesting things
yeah.
in
The
the
thing is,
world.
like, this goes back to how like academic institutions are inheritors of the 19th century, but like understanding like England and Germany is like inheritors of a Greco-Roman tradition was like a big part of the spread of mass education in the 19th century, particularly in Germany, but also in the English-speaking world.
This
Mhm.
okay, I have landed. I don't know if there's any super baddies around.
Well, there's at least two trolls, one like in relatively close proximity to me, so
Okay. I'll see what I get when I cross this
yep, yep.
little mini swamp. Alright, so I'm coming up the cliff face.
Mhm.
Alright. So today's basically a cover bend day. So this is what we get for just randomly logging out. Oh no, what do you want? Is that blueberries?
Oh,
I need
wait,
blueberries.
I hear fighting.
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm coming to you.
All right, okay, I should still sit still. All right,
Well, I mean,
yes or no? I gotta go run towards the sounds of violence.
I think I know you are. I think you just jumped off. There you are.
Oh, oh, there you are. Huzzah!
Look at that.
Wow,
Navigation.
yep, you did it. Yep.
Alright.
I just love this crypt as my home now.
We're here. Do you have a
Yep,
pickaxe of any sorts?
I do indeed. Just the antler one, but that'll do
Oh.
in a
I
pinch.
wonder if I can do iron.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I can't do iron with my current with this character
Yeah,
anyway.
probably not. Alright, nah, let's... This is an opportunity to grab some iron while we're here, but...
No, I
Meh.
can still kind of like keep you company, and I can be a mule just carrying the iron.
Well, I don't even think I have enough. My pick's half broken, so... I might have a forge over here. I kind of
Oh
forget
no.
what I do. Life is confusing. You know what? I'm going to take some of this. Ah, wonderful. Yes. Fight my
Anyway,
battles.
this is.
Achieve
I'll let you,
victory.
I'll let you go into that. This the antlers can the antlicans. Oh, skill improved. Pickaxe is one. Okay, I have not. I think actually I made this character specifically to play with you in your stream, so it's
Oh, great.
pretty
Well, awesome.
basic basic setup.
I won't argue. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
And if I actually wind up with a little bit of a better laptop, it won't be so difficult. I could probably get a couple other people on here too.
Yeah. Yep.
But my poor computer struggles.
I mean, it's been a workhorse for some years now.
Oh yeah, but as with horses, the teeth are getting down.
Yeah.
Let's see, where am I at? I can keep going.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're still missing. Come on, do this right. Huzzah. Huzzah. Alright, that's all I can carry. And I'm
I
not
think
throwing
it's
away
good.
stone because
Yeah, I know you need it.
I...
Yeah, like I said, I still have room in my inventory.
Okay, there's a little piece of copper just off to the...
But oh, this pickaxe takes so long. You just get used to the fancy pickaxe, and then just put copper. Like, oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, kaboom! Drink, drink. All right,
That's it, I'm punching.
all right. Would you rather copper or stone?
Stone.
All right, then I won't pick up that last little bit of copper. Is it totally drop?
Yeah, it's fine. There's always copper. So
I'll drop some wood. All right, there we go. All right, where'd you go?
I started running down the hill a bit. Yep.
Oh, down the hill. There you are.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, my sense of direction is just like, well,
Guess I'm dying here.
what's your retirement plan? Well, yeah. Okay, fine. But Hugin really follows you.
Oh yeah, Hugin's a pretty cool guy. Well, I think. I don't know.
Hugin, oh, Hugin. I'm reading some of the old Norse poems about thought and memory.
Let's see.
I know I mentioned I have a friend who knows like modern and medieval Icelandic.
Really?
Just like, yeah, just one of those people who's just like, oh, there, it sounds familiar. Who's yeah, is just gets languages, just like, yep, hammer them out.
Wow. I do not.
And I people seem impressed that I'm like, oh, you studied like German and French, and now you're working on Spanish and Secretmokchin, and I'm just like, I mean, yes, it doesn't mean I'm good at any of them though. I wrestle. There we go.
Yeah, I'm kind of still working on English, so
Fair.
I I I wish I was a little more capable in the language department, but
Well, the thing is, like, and this is why people like to joke, like, oh yeah, your German gets better after a few pints. Like, part of it is just not being afraid to be an absolute child again, which is a scary prospect. Like, it's a deeply insecure thing. Like, if you ever found yourself in a situation where, like, no one else. You don't speak the language really of anyone around you. You're like, it's really hard to make your basic needs like communicate them and stuff, and that can
Mm.
make you feel very insecure. But it's also where a lot of learning happens.
Insecurity was a lot of my problems with doing anything, especially in
Sure.
school. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes I didn't do projects just because I was worried about what people would say about it.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and that's
I have been, well, I mean, growing up, I was always pretty much garbage to most of my family. So, you know,
yeah,
it
yeah,
was hard to find, uh, you know, when a kid, if you had a kid
yeah,
and they drew the ugliest freaking picture of you in the world, but their
uh,
eyes were like big old saucers, stars in
yeah,
the sky, super happy. You know,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah, oh, yeah,
this is awesome. Good job,
yeah,
little dude.
yeah, absolutely,
Not mine.
yeah, yeah,
It was like, why are you wasting time? Exploitive deleted.
yeah, yeah,
Some slur about how
yeah,
I'm more of a
yeah,
girl than a boy, and it's like, this is
yeah.
not helpful. This
No,
is
and
this,
not healthy. I remember that. Yeah,
yeah, and it's like, you guys didn't care.
yeah,
Yeah. And so then I went into school and
yeah,
I was staring at the adults trying to tell me what's right and what's wrong. And I was like, oh, I know how
yeah,
this works.
yeah,
So it was like time to do assignments. And I did them. And, you know, you do assignments and you're a kid. You don't always get it, but they see you tried something and you don't have to get it exactly right. But when
yeah,
they start trying to correct you, instead of me taking it as a positive criticism, I just took it as criticism.
yeah, yeah. This is a
So
trap. Okay, f you.
yeah, yeah. So I started like, I don't want to do any of this because I'm just gonna do it wrong, and I don't want to hear someone. I don't want to hear another adult telling me that I'm doing everything wrong.
Yeah,
Like, I
absolutely.
am so
Rightfully.
just tired of it. So I
Yeah.
just stopped doing the work.
Well, I remember like in high school, you mentioning to me, like every day of your life, you try to go outside your door and like someone throws a bucket of slop on your head just
Well,
to go
no,
tell
it
you
was
finally.
like a ratio thing, right?
Sure.
It's like the same. Like, people are telling me like, people tell you things like parts per million.
Yeah,
Dilution is the
yeah, yeah,
solution to pollution. Like, yes, but however, if there was some pieces of crap in my sandwich, I still wouldn't be inclined to eat it, even if it was just a little few flakes.
yeah,
Like, that's not a desirable sandwich. Knowing that now,
yeah, yeah,
and it was, yeah, and yeah, the thing I was saying in high school was always like, if you walk out of your door, and even if it's only one out of every 20 times you walk out of your door, you get a entire, and there's no avoiding it. It's just
yeah, yeah,
one out of the 20 times you're gonna
yeah,
get hit with shit. Eventually, you stop going outside,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
it's just, yeah, it doesn't
yeah,
happen all the time, and yeah, some people can
yeah,
even get through it and they get over it,
yeah,
but
yeah,
some
yeah,
people, they're just like, you know what? No, this is just too much.
yeah. And then also like one of the worst things you can do to a kid or anyone really is to make them feel like a screw up, and then like it can very easily kind of like lock someone down, lock
Oh
someone
my
in.
god. Yeah, no, that's how I
But
grew up. It's like,
yeah,
you're not good for much, are you? Huh, huh.
yeah, yeah,
It's like,
right, yeah. Oh,
it's
I mean, yeah,
wonderful. Thank you for that.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't have it as bad as you, but even sometimes, because I struggle with words, and like spelling and stuff, and they're like, sometimes in my family heard it, they're like, oh, do your professors know that you're that bad? Like, maybe they'll take back your PhD. And it's like,
Yeah,
I feel like all of my degrees in part were like a desperate effort to not feel dumb.
yeah.
Um, but
And then
yeah,
somehow you got to find a way. And then, you hit like our age now, where we're getting up
yeah,
there. And we're supposed to, well, what do you want? Like,
yeah,
maybe you
yeah,
should just worry about the way you perceive your own life. And it's like,
yeah,
yeah, but for the past 30 some years, I didn't.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
someone kept
yeah,
telling
yeah,
me I was garbage, and now you're like, oh, it's all up to me. It's like,
Yeah, and like
Oh,
being responsible meant putting your own needs
yeah.
down
I
and putting
guess
your own
I'll
hopes and
just,
aspirations down.
flick that light switch and
Yeah,
everything's
yeah,
okay. Yeah, that's,
yeah.
yeah,
No,
you're
I think
right. I should be more positive.
yeah, just
It's
change your
just
perspective. They go
change the way
ahead.
you feel about
Like, oh,
things.
that's, I mean, it's kind of daft because it's not entirely wrong, but it's not right in a helpful way. Like,
No, no.
because there's a lot of things that need to go between point A and point B before you can actually be like, okay, now I'm in a good place.
Well,
Because
yeah, a lot of people seem to believe that the way the way is always A to B. Like it's always it's always black or white. No one considers a lot of the gray. I mean, sometimes yeah, a lot of things are black and white.
yeah,
But you're talking about core concepts like death and
yeah,
taxes. Like
yeah,
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 some things just happen. But even
mhm,
taxes is a gray zone at this point.
yeah. Yeah,
And
that depends on how much
death,
money
I
you make.
would dare say, is almost a gray zone too.
Yeah,
Sometimes you get into an ICU, and as long as they get an IV in you, you're not
mhm.
dying. You're not really
Oh,
alive, but you're not
that,
dying.
that said, where I am right now, I'm very anxious about ever having to trust the healthcare.
Well, yeah, right. But more to the point,
Yeah,
gray zones exist, and
yeah, yeah,
there's not there's not a lot of people talking and exploring about the gray zones. People are
yeah,
either broken or good for some reason, and I don't.
yeah, yeah.
And,
Well, yeah.
mm,
I know it's been really interesting to see how my partner like the educational kind of domain they're in, like working with, like young kids in the States in a school that has, like it's what is it? Oh, I'm gonna th- uh,
what?
Title IX or Charter One, or I forget. It's a school where like a good proportion of the families there don't make a lot of money
Yeah.
anyway. And at least the way that they take it, it is remarkable the ways in which they do try to support students. But like, we didn't get that.
No.
And to be fair, these kids are still going through a lot that we, like yeah, like a lot of trauma, a lot of
Well, I
refugees,
mean,
stuff, but like still, like the fact that
when we were going to school,
yeah,
like we were still hit on the knuckles with rulers and
yeah,
stuff. You know,
yeah,
like
no,
that
I
was
wasn't.
still a thing.
Well, yeah, yeah. I didn't have that. I had other unfortunate like physical things that hurt, but even just like the teachers making fun of you. I don't know if you got that, but like I'm glad there were there were adults in the room because like some of my like the people my parents' age were like, no, like that teacher was making fun of you. Like, oh, you make so many mistakes, you need an eraser the size of your head, kind of stuff. And I'm like, you don't tell that to like a 6 or 7 year old.
Yeah, I mean, you don't, but
Yeah,
they
yeah,
used to, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
no,
Yeah.
school was a different place,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. And it's still based on coercion, even when it's kind. I mean, like doing my like history of education stuff, I'm like, that's a long tradition. Like educators just deciding, like, oh, is it better to be obeyed out of like fear or love? Either way, it's all about obeying, and that's never been
yeah,
a
yeah.
favor
You
of
say
mine.
obey, and
Yeah,
I'm instantly raising an
yeah,
eyebrow.
yeah, yeah. And the thing is, they pathologize that right now. It's like, oh, pathological demand avoidance. And I'm like, well, what if we just don't want to be pawns? Like, being used and manipulated, even if air quotes it's for our own good, doesn't feel good.
I don't even know where the quote comes from, but that whole obligation is the sincerest form of insanity.
I don't know if I've heard that one.
Yeah,
But yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, you're obligated. Because the insanity is doing things over and over again, expecting
yeah,
a
yeah,
different result.
yeah, yeah. That sounds fun.
However, you're doing it for someone else. You're not even doing it for yourself. So it's
Yeah,
super
yeah.
nice to be
Alienating.
obligated to do something. Like people love it, but it's still insanity. It's not doing you anything. But
Yep.
people love it, so people love
Yeah,
people
yeah,
who are obligated to them.
yeah. But yeah, it's like, and I do legitimately think learning is a good thing. I mean, I've dedicated my life to it, but like, I hate coercion. It's one of the reasons why I'm trying to do more like game-based stuff here. But even then, like, the politics of like educational games is still kind of naff.
Hmm.
where they're like, okay, we're going to create, like in the medical field, they have a thing they call serious games, which are like, oh, this will like air quotes cure your ADHD or something, and like this things that I don't really personally believe are good, but like they call them serious games or like game-based learning, and like the criticisms of that, and I think are very fair, that they call it like the chocolate covered broccoli effect,
Yeesh.
where like they try to like reskin these like what is basically a flashcard as if it's like a fun game that someone actually put thought into making enjoyable. Like I don't know, did you ever play Mario is Missing in the 90s? Like I felt so
No.
betrayed by that game as a child
I
because
do not know anything about that.
it was for the ordinary Nintendo, and it was just basically kind of like an interface for flashcards about like European history mostly. It's like, oh no, like Bowser has kidnapped Mario and you're Luigi, and you have to go through Europe to find him. Um, and then I was like, I actually like powered through it, and then I got to the final boss, which was kind of more like an old school Mario boss, except I realized you couldn't die. It was just like worse animated Bowser bouncing around the screen, like, and you just jump on the head 3 times and you're done. And then I was just, even as a child, I was like, I've been used. This
This
is.
this is just strange.
Which one's your cover? What was it?
There's a little box right there you can
There it is.
stuff some
That's right.
things into.
That's right. Last time I put it in the wrong one because I was just like, I see one box.
It's okay.
But yeah.
You were corrected. All right. Yeah.
That's
So.
you say it that way, but yeah.
Oh well, it's nighttime anyway. We might as well just crash. I
All right.
think
Wait, do I have a bed again?
I think you put it out by the fireplace. Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
pass
okay.
this extended evening, but actually, never mind. It's daytime,
Oh,
so
okay.
it is a new day.